The third food is more deceptive because it's marketed as healthy: flavored yogurt and low-fat packaged dairy. You think you're making a smart choice. It says low-fat, it says probiotic, it looks clean. But flip the label and you'll often find 15 to 25 grams of added sugar in one small cup. When manufacturers remove fat, they usually add sugar to improve taste, and sugar plus insulin equals fat storage. Now here's where it gets deeper. Low-fat, high-sugar foods disrupt satiety hormones like leptin and ghrelin. That means you get hungry again faster, so you snack more. Glucose rises again, insulin rises again. This repeated spike-crash pattern stresses your metabolic system. Over time, chronic glucose fluctuations increase inflammation, and inflammation makes the body hold on to abdominal fat as a protective response. The fourth food category is refined breakfast cereals. They look colorful, fortified with vitamins, heart-healthy claims on the box, but many of them have a glycemic impact similar to dessert. Highly processed grains, stripped of fiber, quickly convert to glucose. Add milk, which contains lactose sugar, and you amplify the spike. Your morning starts with an insulin roller coaster. And when insulin stays elevated through the day, your body prioritizes storing energy rather than burning it. That mid-morning crash you feel, that sudden fatigue, that's reactive hypoglycemia after a spike. Your brain interprets that crash as hunger, so you crave more carbs. This is not lack of willpower, it's physiology. Your hormones are driving the behavior. And unless you stabilize glucose, flattening your belly becomes a constant uphill battle. The fifth and final food is one most people underestimate: deep-fried foods prepared in refined vegetable oils. It's not just the calories, it's what happens at the molecular level. When seed oils are heated at high temperatures, especially repeatedly as in commercial frying, they oxidize. Oxidized fats increase oxidative stress and inflammation inside the body. Inflammation interferes with insulin receptors on cells. When receptors don't respond efficiently, glucose remains elevated longer. The pancreas compensates by releasing more insulin. And high insulin means one thing: fat storage mode. Fried foods are often paired with refined carbohydrates: fries, fried chicken with white flour coating, samosas made with maida. This combination of rapidly digestible carbs and damaged fats amplifies metabolic dysfunction. The body is hit with glucose spikes and inflammatory compounds simultaneously. Visceral fat accumulates because insulin remains chronically elevated. Cortisol, the stress hormone, may also rise in response to metabolic instability, further encouraging abdominal fat storage. Over time, this doesn't just affect appearance, it affects energy, mood, sleep quality, and long-term metabolic health. But here is the powerful truth. When you remove these 5 categories, refined flour, sugary drinks, sweetened low-fat dairy, refined cereals, and deep-fried processed foods, glucose stabilizes, insulin begins to calm down, inflammation reduces. Within weeks, many people notice less bloating, more consistent energy, fewer cravings, a gradual softening of that stubborn belly area. Not because of extreme restriction, but because the hormonal environment shifts from storage mode to balance mode. Your body wants stability. It wants predictable energy. It wants signals that say, "We're safe. We don't need to store everything." Feed it accordingly, and it responds. The flat belly is not forced. It is allowed. If you are trying to flatten your belly, but your blood sugar keeps spiking, listen carefully, because the real problem is not calories. It's not even fat. It's glucose chaos. Every time your blood sugar shoots up, insulin rises. And insulin is not just a blood sugar hormone, It is a fat storage hormone, especially belly fat. That stubborn lower belly, that soft layer that doesn't disappear no matter how many crunches you do, it often lives there because your glucose is unstable. Let's talk about the first food quietly sabotaging you: white bread and refined flour products. They look innocent: toast in the morning, paratha made with maida, burger buns, bakery items. But the moment refined flour hits your digestive system, it behaves almost like sugar. No fiber, no resistance, it breaks down rapidly into glucose and floods your bloodstream. Your pancreas panics. Insulin spikes. And when insulin is high, your body switches off fat burning. Now imagine this happening breakfast, lunch, and snacks daily. Over time, cells become less sensitive to insulin. That means your body needs even more insulin to control the same amount of sugar. And chronically high insulin makes it extremely difficult to lose belly fat. The second food? Sugary drinks. This one is brutal. Sodas, sweet tea, packaged juices, even healthy fruit juices. Liquid sugar enters your bloodstream faster than solid food because there's no fiber slowing it down. Glucose spikes instantly, insulin surges, fat storage begins. But here's what most people don't realize: liquid sugar doesn't make you feel full, so you consume calories without satiety. That means more total intake and more fat accumulation around the abdomen. And when the liver gets overloaded with fructose from sugary drinks, it converts that excess into fat, much of it stored in the liver and around the belly. You feel bloated, puffy, inflamed. It's not random, it's biochemical. And the cycle continues silently.